Okay, with that, I ask our Professor P.J. Narayan to say to address the whole session. Okay, not few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. You are the young people who should have the energy. You are just coming in. So welcome to the Triple IT family. Like Radhika said, the moment you got your roll number, you're already Triple IT family. And not just you, all your parents, hello. You're also part of the extended Triple IT family. It's an ever-growing family because even we think alumni also belong to this. They don't leave. No, so people only come in. They don't leave from this family. And you are sitting here. They were the so-called old students who helped light this lamp were sitting there maybe last year or year before and things like that. And you can see how they are transformed. So you all worked very hard to be, last 2, 4, 3, whatever years is very stressful time with so many entrance exam, so many advice, contrary advice or counter advice given by so many people, so much gyan from Quora, from Facebook, from all kinds of places. In the end, you have to make this decision, that all important decision of joining some institution and some program within the institution and so on. All that is behind you. Now you can relax. You are already stepped into what we believe is one of the finest institutions in the country. And you can now do the main job of actually studying. Okay? You didn't think you have to do that. Huh? After coming here, you can relax. This is what I was told. Some of you are told to make you work hard and harder and hardest in 11th and 12th for entrance, etc. They say, just do this now. You get into the college, then you can relax. Of course, they knew you are not going to relax in college. That is just advice to make you work. And we will also tell you, just work very hard in first year, second year you can relax until you reach second year. Okay, this is the trick. Okay, this is the trick everybody uses. So we have multiple modes of admissions. As you know, there are the UG entrance exam, the JEE, the DASA, there is Olympiad. There are many, many ways of exam. Of bringing people, and our goal is to get a wide mix of people so that the community is rich. You learn from each other. You will meet different people, different kinds of people. For us, these different ways of coming in is a ways of coming in. Once you come here, you are all Triple IT students. We want you all to do very well, whatever that means to you. We want everyone to succeed. That's what we want. Now, what is success? This is the whole problem, right? What is success? Is success about earning a lot of money? Fat salary job? Or is it a job in a very brand name company? Or admission into a super brand name university? What is success? We don't know. That depends on each of you. What is success depends on each of you. But one thing is sure, things like having money or salary number or which company you are working in or which university you are going to, these are just tools, these are just means. They cannot be the goals. What you do with what you have, whatever opportunity you get, whether to join a brand name company, whether to start up a company and do well, or whether to join a university and do good research, all these are opportunities. All these are tools towards using which you should be able to do something. And that's where, and success is defined by that, what you end up doing with what you have. Okay? Whatever you have, some people have more of something, some people have less of something, some people have more of something else. Whatever you have, how do you use it? How do you use it to the advantage of yourself, your family, your society, your country? This is what success should be measured by. Okay, and definitely there are multiple ways of being successful, contributing to different sections of the society that you are living in, and each of you do different things. And that's other point about coming to college. College you enter as boys and girls, and you get transformed into men and women. So you will hear this. I'll remind you of this when you are all leaving. I just did that a few months ago to the graduating batch. So you all enter as boys and girls, but leave as men and women. And what our endeavor is to convert each of you into men and women with strong views, strong willpower, courage, and lots of knowledge, of course. But knowledge you will get. You're all very good at studies, and if we could start teaching you, however hard we teach you, you'll take it. Okay, so teaching is, lot knowledge is important, but that's not all. In IIIT, we say we want each of you to be a 3C student. 3C stands for competence. Well, first C is competence. That means we want you all to be very competent in your area of study, whether it is electronics, computer science, humanities, whatever it is. You want to be very competent. But that's not enough. We want you to be creative. With the knowledge, how do you use your knowledge for creatively to solve the problems of the world or problems of yourself? Create companies, do research, or do whatever. Okay? But creative use of the knowledge that you have. And the third C, probably most important and hard to come by, is caring. You can do many things with what knowledge you have creatively, but you should also have a caring attitude. And the caring attitude is towards multiple, about to yourself, to your friends, to your family, to your village or your town, country, environment, etc., etc. But that basic care that you are all doing this to better the lot of the world. You should all imagine, most of you or almost all of you have been super privileged. Okay, you all had good education, good parents, good family background, economic situation is pretty good, and that's a privilege that you have enjoyed, and there's nothing wrong with that. The payback is that you should use your privilege or your whatever you earn, whatever you learn and earn, to further others who probably are not as privileged for whatever reason. Okay, so competent, creative and caring. We would like each of you to take these 3 C's and live up to that. And that's when we think we are successful. We are successful when you convert every one of you into very competent individuals in your area and very creative individuals who know how to use these things for the betterment of the world and caring enough to do it to better the world. This is our goal. Okay, and this also means things will be different for different people, and you should be, so far, if you look at all of you, you all had a very similar life. You all went to school, class 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 12, 11, 12, etc. and studied very similar subjects. Difference is whether you did biology in 12th or computer science. This is a very small difference in the big scheme of things. You wrote similar entrance exams, 1, 2, 3, 4, several of them, and you competed for similar seats and came here. But take it from me, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, your lives will be different. Okay? Some of you will be in academic line, being professors or being researchers, etc. Some of you will be working in companies, making new products and serving the company's interests. Some of you would set up companies who would, that would create jobs, that will create new solutions, whatever. Some of you will join some NGOs or other direct action, in the social sphere or some other sphere and do that. We were just talking to someone here a few minutes ago, after you are all sitting here. This is a student who graduated in 2014 with a dual degree from here, 2009 to 2014. His name is Himanshu Jain, and he went 2 years ago, he went into IAS. He just completed his training and is being posted in Rural Development Department in Delhi for his first posting. He was sitting here. Radhika was telling him, why don't you say hello to the students? He was sitting just among you exactly 10 years ago today. 2009 he joined. And he is, he was working, he got his, he did his dual degree, he did good work in his thesis, and then he was working in Amazon. Then sometime later he thought maybe he want to work in government and be able to touch several individuals, several people in the world. So that's his passion. So like that, different people will do different things. And that is for sure. All of you, each of you will have your own trajectory 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now. And that divergence, serious divergence in what you end up doing starts right here. So please accept that. This message is both for you all sitting in this room and even more importantly to those who are sitting, your parents and others who are sitting in other rooms. Life will diverge and there is no point in expecting the same thing from everybody. There is no competition. There is no competition among yourself. Okay? In college, so far you lived life of competition. At least the entrance exam was super competition. From now onwards, leave competition alone. Just forget about competition. It's not what marks or what grade your neighbor got or what next door neighbor got or your roommate got or the same person who came from your school here got. It's what you learned. Your competition, if anything, is with yourself. You should understand, appreciate what is being taught, learn it deeply, and go beyond what is covered. So in college teaching, you will soon realize that this is not like school teaching in school where every single point is taught, multiple examples are covered. Again and again you will get to work out similar problems. Such things will no longer be there. You will be told the concept, maybe one or two examples worked out, and then you have to extrapolate it to other problems. This is true creative application of what you learn. And that's what is expected now. This is not about when you leave, when you graduate from here and go on to jobs or any other thing. Nobody is asking you to do things with closed textbooks in half an hour, design a bridge in half an hour with a closed textbook. No, the world wants you to design a bridge looking at all the codes, all the safety mechanism, all the latest technologies and design the best bridge that will stand the test of time and the cheapest, etc. So it's about teamwork, working together with others. It's about getting the latest and applying it right then and there. It's not about high pressure exam, closed book, what marks you score in half an hour, etc. Okay, so it's about understanding and learning. And that you should start practicing when you start having the first class onwards. It's not about getting marks, it's about understanding, gaining understanding. Okay, so this is, and each of you should have a goal for yourself, whatever that is. It could be different. Some may be very research oriented, some may be very technology oriented, some may be other things, which is perfectly fine. What is important is have a goal. And you hear today, these days about low-hanging fruits, go for the low-hanging fruits. It's a good idea to go for low-hanging fruits because you do get something. But you should realize that low-hanging fruits are rarely the most nutritious fruits in a tree. To get the best, most sweetest and nutritious fruits in a tree, you have to climb the tree. That's a hard job. There may not be enough branches to step on to climb easily and get the best fruits that may be at the very top of the tree. Okay, so don't aim low, aim very high. If you don't aim very high, you will never achieve anything. So have a goal for yourself and have a very high goal for yourself, and that's how you will benefit from college education. Another point that you will realize, or you have to realize now, is college is also about freedom. Especially in this institution, nobody will tell you what to wear. You can wear whatever you think is appropriate or what that you like within very broad limits. You can get out of your hostel anytime you want. You can go out of the campus anytime you want. There are no curfews for boys or girls. You can all mingle, you can walk around, you can be in the lab, you can do many things. Okay? Nobody is going to curb these things. Nobody is going to place limitation. But nobody but yourself. You have to have your own limits. Okay? Freedom comes with responsibility. If we restrict people, if you put restrictions on people, they will rebel. We want to give the freedom to you so that you will learn to use it responsibly. And college is also the time to experiment with different things in academia or entrepreneurship or whatever you want, or somebody wants to gain in-depth knowledge about what is Hyderabad history, not because it's important in any course, just because you got interested in it. This is a time to do such things. You try out some things, maybe even make mistakes, realize that this was not what you wanted, go back. There is enough time to do all that. Okay, so you have the freedom to do many things, and these freedoms are worthless if you don't use it, right? If you have freedom and you don't use it, it's not very useful. You will see in our curriculum also, after the first 2 or 3 semesters, there are lots of electives. Everything is there, lots of freedom to choose courses between. Now there are some restrictions on types of courses, but there are lots of freedom. Do use them to experiment. Use the freedom to experiment with gaining knowledge in different things. Not looking at which course will give me better job, which course will look better on my resume. I mean, these are very low goals. Okay, thankfully you are in an area, we are in an institution, you will all get very good jobs. Okay, jobs that are beyond your imagination today. So looking at this is better than that job, or that job is better than this, and trying to plan for it now, rather than enjoying, rather than taking a course in, like I said, history of Hyderabad. Instead of that, you go and take another coding course because you think that will give you more job sometime later. That's not, don't do that. Enjoy your time here. And expand your world in these ways that I'm saying. Don't think if you're entered a computer science program or ECE program or some other program, don't think that's all your world is. And we in IIIT is about research. Now here we eat, drink, breathe research. So did any of you have water in the mess? So far after coming here, did you have any water from the canteen or from the campus? This kind of water, or do you bring Kinley water? If you had any water from here, you already, the research bug has bit you already. There's no escape. It's done. If you don't want it to bite you, order water from home, big 5-liter bottles, and drink only that. If you drink water touched by our environment, you're doomed. You will want to do research. Okay. So this is an opportunity. Food. No, we mixed it in water this time. So this is an opportunity to explore different areas, and that doesn't mean computer science people have to do computer science. We have started a new program this year. There are 10 or so very lucky students here who are in the CHD, the Humanities Dual Degree Program. This is a program we have lots of hopes on, because today's world, the digital world, computers and communication technology is changing the world so fast that sometimes you don't know what is happening to the humans involved. Okay, if you know what is happening to the humans involved, what are the human concerns that are either not getting addressed or getting addressed too well or too much addressed by this technological drive. You want to understand what is humanity, what humanities and social sciences and people in that area, experts in that area have learned over the years, have taught over the years. There are theories they have formed. If you are designing, you design these Facebooks and other systems people design, and then realize they are having very bad impact on certain section of people. By looking at it, they are getting depressed. Why did it happen? The systems before designing, somebody should have known this. So the digital systems, as they are entering every walk of our life, they are controlling us as much as we think we are controlling them. They are affecting us. So how do we understand the scenario? And that's we hope will be the core of the program, this new humanities program that we started. So those 10 or so students who have joined this, you are the luckiest of all the lucky students here. So we have done well. IIIT has done well over the years, primarily because of the hard work of our students and our faculty. And we are very confident that you all, the new batch of 2019, will not disappoint us, will set a new bar in this direction, whether it is in research or other achievements. And this is also the largest batch we have ever admitted. We have, as of last reporting, there are about 275, 275 undergraduate, that is 4-year, 5-year people. And there are a few lateral entry students. If you exclude them, there were 275 to 280, somewhere around that. I think that's 30 more than, or 25 or 30 more than any batch we have admitted so far. So we are eagerly looking forward to more contributions from all of you. Remember, fun in life is in doing things that is not expected of you. Everybody expects you to study these subjects, write exams. Has writing exams been fun? JEE mains, first time JEE mains, second time JEE advanced, bit sad, this sad, that sad. Has it been fun? Everybody is expecting you to do that. What is fun? What is true joy is when doing things that you are not expected to do, and that doesn't even give you any reward, any direct reward like grades or some resume points, etc. Helping somebody, learning something, learning music, learning something else. So be sure you develop the habit of doing things that you are not required to do, that you are not even expected to do. Good things though. Okay. There are also many things that you are not expected to do, or you are allowed to do, or you are illegal to do. Don't try those things. And today's world, we always hear the youth are under severe stress. They are under severe pressure created by the society, created by some of us, created by some of you. And that's the reality. How do you handle this stress, or how do you handle the difficulty if you are seeing that you are in a difficult situation? You have to step back and see what is happening to you. Only you can handle on the ground level. Only you can handle your problem. Yet there is a lot of help available, and seeking help is the first way, the most important way to cope up with difficulties. Take help from your roommate in the hostel, or your batchmate, or your seniors, your teachers. There are counselors, your parents, etc. There is nothing wrong in feeling that this is all getting too much. I have too much to study, too many homework, or this other friend is driving me crazy, or something else is India lost the match and that drives me crazy. All these do happen. I mean, you cannot prevent from happening. All you can do is, if you feel that things are getting a little bit too much for you, seek help. Go out, have a walk, whatever works for you, but do seek help. And we do have several means to help you if you ask for it. We are also trying to have mechanism by which we can look out if somebody needs help, but you should seek help and help will be found. So with that, I end my not so brief words, and have a very successful and joyous time at IIIT and beyond. And remember, we are all banking on you to take the institute forward. Thank you very much.